Hey there, my name's Jen. Welcome to our first class of Build with Bands. Hopefully you're able to check out our little tip video that we provided to you as well that tells you a little bit about your band, how to choose them and how to use them. So for today's class, we're going to need all three of the bands that you have. So the long power band and then the two smaller hip bands, right? Go ahead and make sure you have some water close by as well. And if you have a mat or a soft surface that you can kneel on, that would be great. So before we get into that, we're just going to do a really quick warm up just to loosen up our bodies. So standing with your feet hip width or slightly wider, standing up tall, deep breath in, roll those shoulders back. Good. We'll do a few rolls here, making them a little bit larger as you loosen up. Excellent. Good. Going forward now, changing the direction of those shoulder rolls. Up and around. A little bit larger. Awesome. Good. Now with those feet wide, pointing forward or slightly out, we're going to start down into some squats. So start gentle if you're not quite warm and increase your range of motion as you go, sending those hips back and down, keeping the chest lifted, looking forward. Good. Find your breath here. Exhale, stand, inhale down. Add a bicep curl and tricep press. Let's warm the arms up at the same time. Pull and press. So active muscle movements in both directions, even though we don't have any external load right now. Good, keep that going. A few more here. 2. 1 more. Good work. Now let's take our right foot back. We're going to go into a static lunge. So take a look, make sure your toes are pointed in the same direction, both going forward. Bending both knees, dropping the hips down towards the floor. Start small, you pick your own range of motion. And we're going to add some arms here. So we're going to take our arms, press up, pull down. Again, active arms both ways. Push, pull. Warming up the shoulders and the back. And active legs. Squeezing the glutes, quads, pushing through the front heel, and light on that back toe. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Great. Let's switch sides. Right foot comes forward. Left foot comes back. Find your balance. Chest tall, pelvis slightly tucked under. Start with those lunges again. Choose your range of motion. And we're going to add an open and a fly. Chest fly press, reverse fly. Squeeze those back muscles together. Active arms in both directions. Good work. We really increase that body temperature when we're focusing on muscle contractions both ways, even if we don't have any load. 2 more here. Last one. Great. So we should be warm enough to get started. If not, feel free to pause the video, continue warming up on your own. Come back and join me when you're ready. So grab your band. We're going to start with the long power band. So for our setup for the next couple exercises, I want you to take a look at how I put this around my feet. So we're going to take the loop it around the middle part of your foot, take one end and wrap it around again. So now this band is nicely looped around your shoe and isn't going to slide off. We're going to do the same with the other side. Okay, so hook around and then one more loop. All right. So now that we have both sides nicely secured, I'm gonna grab both parts of the band in the middle. Okay, we're gonna start with a deadlift and a row. So grabbing from the middle, I'm gonna stand, pull those shoulders back, lift the chest, tuck the pelvis slightly under. All right, we're gonna hinge forward from the hips, pushing our hips back, nice straight back, lift up, squeeze through the glutes. Shoulders stay retracted the whole time. Core pulled in. Good, hinge. Exhale and pull. Excellent. Now a few ways you can adjust your resistance here if this isn't enough strength for you. You can widen your feet a little bit. That's going to add a little bit more tension on the band. If you don't want to adjust your feet, just choke up on the band so that you're grabbing closer down to your feet. All right. Continue on. Let's do a few more here. Nice, strong upper body. Hinge, keeping that back straight. Neck neutral. 2 more. Last one. I want you to stay in that hinged forward position, and we're going to add an upper body row. So nice flat back, pull the elbows in narrow, hands come towards the bottom of the chest. Exhale and pull. Good. We want to control the movement in both directions. So as we pull, but even on the way back, don't let that band pull you forward. Control it both ways. Good. Pull and squeeze those shoulder blades. Excellent. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release that band just for a second. Shake out those hips. We're going to repeat that sequence one more time. Deadlift and row. All right, grabbing the middle of your band again. Feet underneath the hips. Both bands, adjust your resistance as needed, as you did the first time. Shoulders roll back. Extend and pull. Bring those hips through. Good. Looking forward, just slightly in front of you to keep that neck nice and neutral. Exhale, pull. Good work. Squeeze the glutes. Excellent. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Now, again in that hinged forward position, pull those abdominals in, adjust your resistance, and elbows narrow pull. Good. Exhale, pull. Good stuff. If this is too heavy for you, feel free to just grab one end of the band. Drop the other and continue. Many different ways you can adjust the resistance here. Good. Keep those core muscles working for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Drop the band for a second. Again, Give those hips a little shake just to stretch them out. Now we're going to keep the band looped around one of our feet here. So I'm keeping the band looped around my right foot. I'm going to grab the ends with my right hand. We're going to go into a lunge with a curl. And then we're going to pair that with a glute extension. So taking the right foot back, feet pointed in the same direction. The band isn't going to provide any additional load for our lunge. It's solely for our bicep curl at this point. So we're going to do like a hammer curl, so thumb towards the shoulder. So again, give your band a little test to find a rough starting point for your curl. Chest lifted, pelvis tucked under. Drop that knee down, lunge. As you come up, curl. Pull the band towards the shoulder. Down for another lunge. Here we go. Up and curl. That's 2. Down for 3. Good, curl. Keep those shoulders square. Hips square. Breathing through your movement. Good. Core tucked in. Excellent. We're halfway there already. Let's go 6 more. Watch that front knee. Make sure you're dropping more up and down so your knee isn't coming way far past your toe. Excellent. 4 more. 3. 2. 1 more. Here we go. Good work. Now, keeping the band on that foot, let's go down to our mat in tabletop position. So hands and knees. We're going to grab the band, kind of looped around our thumbs. So our hands, as they're stabilizing through tabletop, can also provide resistance to our leg. Now you can adjust this as you go. Just again, grab further or closer to the leg and pull more resistance. So this is going to be our glute extension. All right. So bring that band up. Tabletop here, try and keep the shoulders square, hips square, core pulled up and in. That right leg is going to push back and away through the heel. Squeeze the glutes, the hamstrings. Exhale and push. Good. Keeping nice and square and stable. Again, resisting that bend in both directions. That foot might want to swing back. Resist it. Control. Good work. Neck neutral, just looking to the top edge of your mat. Good. 4 more here. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good work. Take a quick little sit on your mat. We're going to switch this to our left foot or the opposite foot of whatever you had it on. So again, that loop should be around. If you've lost it, hook it under the middle, wrap it around 1 more time. All right, standing back up, we're going to do that lunge and curl, switching to the opposite side. The banded foot goes to the back, feet both pointing the same direction. Lift that chest, tuck the core, pelvis under, bending both knees. Here we go, lunging down for 12. Down, up and curl. Adjust your band as needed for that bicep curl. Great. Keep those shoulders square. Good work. Stay focused here. Resist the band on the way down. Good. Exhale as you curl. Halfway there, 6 more. You got it. Good, 4 here. Send those hips straight down. Vertical motion. 3. Weight through the front heel. Light on the back toe. 1 more. Awesome. Keep that band around the foot. Come down to tabletop 1 more time. Again, grab the band in both hands. Bring it up to your tabletop in both hands. Hip square, shoulder square. Core pulled up and in. Pushing that left foot back through the heel. Adjust your band as needed. Good. Trying to stay square and resist that band on the way back. Good. Adjust your position as needed. Quality is better than quantity. Good work. Really focus on those muscles, the glutes, the hamstrings, your stabilizing leg, staying strong through the core and shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Grab a quick sip of water if you need. We're going to get set up for our next couple exercises. So you're going to take the band off of your foot. We're going to go down to our mat, keeping your nice little hip bands close by as well. Okay? So going down to a supine or a chest up position, we're going to go into a banded leg press or single leg press. So for this, have your band double banded, and you're going to grab or wrap both bands around your foot. So it's hooked nicely in that middle part of your shoe. All right, that helps it from flinging back and hitting us in the face. So now I have these nice 2 little loops that I can hold on to. So holding those, gently going to roll back onto my mat. Position myself so my shoulders are nice and flat, my pelvis is tucked in, and my opposite foot is down flat for support. All right. So from here, keeping my arms stable, I'm going to push out through the flat part of my foot, through the heel, towards the far wall, coming back to about 90 degrees and extending. Now, if this isn't enough, you can grab further down towards your shoe. Again, fix those shoulders and push and extend. Don't let that foot swing back. Resist it on the way back. Good. Exhale and push. Now we want to fully extend the leg, but I want you to think about keeping the knee soft still. So don't lock out the knee joint. Good. 4, 3, 2. Good. And 1 more. Exhale and push. Excellent. Let's quickly switch that foot over to the other side. Again, flatten those shoulders, tuck the pelvis under. Your resistance should be roughly the same from the other side. Readjust your grip if needed, and extend. Push through, keeping that foot flat to the far wall. And you're following about that 45-degree angle. So when you finish the leg extension, you are roughly in line with your support leg. Exhale and push. Good. Again, control both ways. You got it. Good work, everyone. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, just put that band to the side and grab your small or your lightest hip band to start with, okay? After you try this, if you want to go up in strength, then feel free. But this is going to be an upper body exercise. So we'll start light. So with both feet flat to the floor, I want you to put the hip band around your wrists, all right? Your palms are going to turn facing away from you or towards your knees, and stabilizing those shoulders nice and strong. One arm is going to push down towards your knee. The other is going to stay vertical, stabilizing nice and strong. Here we go. Push down towards your knee. You choose your range of motion and resist it on the way back up. Switch sides. Left hand now pushes down. Right arm stabilizes. Return. Keep that left arm up. Push the right. So this is kind of mimicking a single arm pull down. So working into the lats and then all of those stabilizing muscles through that shoulder. Good. Keep that arm nice and tall. The other pushes down towards the thigh. Be mindful that the shoulders are not creeping up towards your ears and creating additional tension. If you need to reset your position, push those shoulders flat into the mat and start again. Good. Don't forget those core muscles can also help here. Good work. Let's do 4 more here. 3, 2, that stabilizing arm is working just as hard as the one that's pulling. 2, 1 more. Good. So now you have an idea on our second set if you're going to stick with the same strength band or move up to your one that's slightly heavier. Grab that power band again. We're going to do 1 more set of our leg press. So wrapping it around the nook of your shoe, grabbing through the bands or closer to your foot if you needed more resistance. Flatten your shoulders down against the floor. Tuck your pelvis under slightly. Foot flat down for stability. When you're ready, push through the flat foot towards the opposite wall. Think about pushing through the heel. Exhale as you push. Good. Resisting on the way back. Controlling it in both directions. Full extension, but do not lock out that knee. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Great. Let's switch sides. Last time on this foot, make sure it's under that crook of your shoe. Reset your posture. Here we go. Press. Adjust your resistance as needed. You can even double loop that band again to have even more resistance on that leg. Good work. Got a few more here. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good. Put that band down. Grab your hip band again. We're going to do one more set of those single arm pull downs and then we're going to move on. So either staying with the same resistance that you had. If it wasn't challenging enough, you can try your thicker band. Palms facing away. Left arm is going to stabilize up to the ceiling. Right arm is going to push down towards the top of the thigh. And switch. Now you can alternate like I am, or you can stay on one side to get some more repeated effort on that muscle, and then switch halfway through. Breathe through your movement. Good work. 2 more on this side, or keep alternating. Now is the time to switch if you've stayed on one side. We've got 6 left. Reset your position anytime you need, controlling that movement in both directions. Good. One more. Awesome. Now we're going to stay in this supine position, but we're going to adjust our body a little bit. So first, we're going to just sit up so that we can pull this power band behind us. We want it kind of underneath the armpits so it lays flat on our back. So now I have 2 loops. I can either hook them around my thumbs and use this for my chest press, or if I need a little bit more resistance, I can grab further down on those bands. All right, elbows out to the side. Now when you're ready, we're going to have a firm grip on the end of those bands, and we're going to push up and slightly to the center. Good. And return. Exhale and press. You may find you're a little bit wobbly, especially as you resist that band's pull on the way back down. That's okay. Make sure you're not holding any excess tension through the neck. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Exhale, push. Think about those chest muscles as you squeeze up and in. Good work. Keep that going. 4, 3, 2, give me one more here. Good. Keep the band looped around your back, but just let the ends go down by your side. You're now going to grab your hip band, light or heavier, your choice. I'm going to start with the light just to see how it feels. Again, it's going to come around the lower part of my wrist, lower forearm, and we're going to do a chest fly or a reverse fly. So this time my palms are facing each other, and with one arm again stabilizing up to the ceiling, my right side is going to fly away, pulling down towards the floor. Now you might not get down towards the floor, and that's okay. It's not even expected to get down there. Pull that shoulder blade in towards your spine. Now alternate sides, or if you'd like, stay on one. I'll let you know when to switch. Same thing, stabilizing through the shoulder. Make sure those ears or the shoulders are staying down away from the ears. We're not holding extra tension in through the neck. Exhale, pull wide. Now that stabilizing arm is working hard as well through those chest muscles too. Good. Switch sides if you haven't done so yet. If you're alternating, let's keep that going. Good work, everyone. We've got 4, 3, 2. It's really surprising how much work can get done from these little bands. 1 more. Good. Now take that hip band off, down to the floor. Go back to pick up the ends of your power band. Find the resistance that you were at before. If it wasn't enough, adjust as needed. If it was too much, let a little bit go. All right, elbows out to the side. When you're ready, you're going to push slightly up and together. Here we go. Exhale, push. Good work. Now resist that pull on the way down. You got this. Again, check those shoulders and ear position. Don't let them creep up. And focus on those chest muscles pulling in and together. 4, 3, 2, last one. Great. Now drop the ends of that power band. If it's bothering you behind your back, you can pull it out altogether. We don't need it there anymore. Grab your power band or your hip band, either the same resistance that you had or adjust if it wasn't enough for you. Last set here. Start with our arms up towards the ceiling. Set those shoulders into the mat nice and strong. I'm going to stay all on one side to start. You can alternate or come with me. I'm going to start with the right. Left stays up towards the ceiling with a soft elbow in both hands or both arms. Out and away, pull. That's 2. 3, open wide. 4, exhale and pull. 2 more on this side. Good, 1 more. And let's switch sides. Left arm pulled wide. Keep a slight bend in those elbows. Good, release the tension through the neck. We're halfway here, 3 more. 2 more. Good. Excellent work. Take that band off. Grab a quick sip of water if you need. And we're going to get set up for our very last set. A little bit of core and finish with some triceps because we had some bicep work there. And let's balance that out. All right. So what we're going to do is you can complete this next core exercise with the band, or if you find it too much, just take the band off and just do the bicycle crunch on its own. All right, so I'm going to start with the lightest band, and I'm going to wrap it around my feet. Again, the bottom goes through that nook of my shoe, and the top of the band is over the laces, okay? So again, lying back down to my mat. Have your other hip band close by or your power band to choose from as well. So we're going to start with our legs up at about 90 degrees at the hip. Again, flatten the shoulders, relax the neck and the head onto the mat. Now we're going to do a very slow bicycle crunch. So this is going to be an oblique crunch where we're coming up and over, thinking opposite shoulder to the knee. Cupping those hands around the ears so you're not tempted to pull in the back of your shoulder or the back of your head. Now I'm going to take my right shoulder towards my left knee, and my right foot is going to extend out. Exhale and return. Opposite sides, left shoulder to the right knee and the left leg extended. So you can see this is a slower contraction than maybe what you've done with a bicycle crunch before. Returning at least the shoulder blades to the mat. The head does not have to go all the way down. And your gaze can kind of stay looking towards your thighs. Good. Exhale with each rotation. Inhale, return. Like I said, if you're finding this too much, feel free to take the band off. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2, one more. Good. Relax down to the mat, feet and shoulders and head. I'm going to grab my heavier hip band here for tricep press. You can also grab your power band as long as you have one fixed point against your chest. The other one for me is going to loop inside this hip band or grab the end of your power band. One is going to stay fixed against your chest. The other you're going to press down by your hip and return. Exhale and press. Good. Squeeze the back of the arm. Shoulders stay square. Your feet can be straight or bent, whatever is comfortable for you. My thigh was getting in the way of my arm here, so I chose to extend my legs. But yours can stay bent if they're easier on your back. Good. 4, 3, again, controlling both ways. 2, last one. Good. Keep that band close by. Let's go up for one more set of our slow bicycle crunches here. Band or no band, hands cupped around the ears. All right. Starting left shoulder to right knee. Here we go. Exhale. Extend that left leg. Return. Opposite side. Good. Cross for 3. Return. Cross for 4. Return. Keep that going at your own pace. Breathe. Good. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good work. Bring those feet down, relax the head, grab your band, and we're going to repeat it on the opposite side. So now my right hand is going to fix against the chest. Left arm is going inside the loop. And I'm going to press down by that hip, extend the arm. Good. Keep that going. I'm just going to switch sides here so that you can see me if needed. Good. 4. You can also do this sitting, kneeling, standing, your choice. But since we were already down for our core, might as well stay here. It's actually not a bad position to be in either. It reminds you how to set those shoulders to keep them square. So all the work is coming from that tricep muscle. And we're not cheating up through the traps, creating tension in the neck. Good. Push and exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, grab yourself a quick sip of water. I'm going to show you some stretches we can do with your bands as well. Okay, so having those bands close by, we're going to go down again, laying on our mat. We're going to start with just some hamstring stretches. So you can use either your hip bands or your power bands. Power bands are a little bit longer, make it a little bit easier, but either one is fine to use. So starting putting a band around that nook of your shoe. One leg comes up straight, and now we can use that band to help us to get into some stretches that would be a little bit more awkward or need a little bit more effort if we didn't have the band. So straightening out that leg to stretch our hamstrings. Flat part of the shoe goes up towards the ceiling. And now use that band to gently pull in to apply a little bit of tension onto that leg. My right leg is bent on the floor for support. Thinking about keeping both of those hips square onto the mat so one side isn't lifting. Pull that toe down towards your shin. The stretch might go a little bit deeper into your calf. Now you can relax out of that stretch, and you can always go in a second time and you get a little bit deeper, usually the second time around. So moving on though, we're gonna take the band in one hand. So I have both ends now. I'm gonna take my right arm or my opposite arm of the leg that's lifted out to the side, and that will help to counterbalance me. So what I'm gonna do now is with that band, I'm going to let the leg come open wide in a controlled fashion. My right side is counterbalancing me, and I'm getting a nice stretch through the groin, and even for me, still a little bit into the hamstring of that left leg. And once I find that place that works for me, I'm just going to hold the band steady. My both shoulders are staying flat to the floor. So that right side is still down flat. And find your breath and breathe. When you're ready, you would pull that leg back up towards center with the band. Now let it slightly cross over your body. I'm going to switch hands now, so that my right hand holds it and my left arm is going to come out to counterbalance. So I'm now getting a nice stretch along that IT band and over the hip. Again, find your breath and ease into that stretch. Now, likely when you do this on your own, you'll want to hold these stretches for a little bit longer. But for today, we're just going to hold them for about 20 seconds or so. Good. Use that band to help pull that leg back to center. Now drop the right leg, drop the band, and take that ankle over your opposite thigh for figure 4. If this position here is enough of a stretch for you, then just hang out here, relax. Think about opening up this thigh or this knee, and the flat part of your shoe points outwards. If you need a little bit more, reach through the inner part of your thigh, grabbing behind, and then ease back those shoulders and head back to the mat. Again, thinking about opening up the knee, that hip joint, and hold. Find your breath and relax. Try and release the tension in through the neck. Good, release that. Now taking that band again, wrapping it around the other foot. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So using the bands to pull that leg in, foot flat to the ceiling. Straighten out the leg. If you're really tight in the hamstrings, keep a bit of a softer knee, that's fine.
As long as you're feeling a stretch through the back, pull that toe down towards the shin a little bit. Good. Now I'm taking both ends of the band in my right hand. My left arm is opening up wide. And I'm going to let that right foot open towards the opposite side. Hopefully you've spaced yourself well enough that you're not running into your wall. And hold both hips flat to the floor, both shoulders flat to the floor. And when you're ready, use that band to pull that leg back to center. Now let it start to cross the midline of your body. Switch bands to the opposite hand and then open wide. Again, let that leg stay straight, travel across. Feeling a stretch on that outer thigh, outer hip. And then use that band again to pull back to center. Drop the leg, drop the band, cross the foot over the opposite knee. Either pull that foot closer to your bum or reach through, grab the back of the thigh. Relax back down to the floor. Think about opening up that knee, opening up that hip joint. Relax, find your breath and hold. Ease into that stretch. Good. Unravel those legs. Roll on up to a sitting position or go over to your side and push yourself up. If you need a little bit more in the hamstrings, you can go into a double banded hamstring stretch. So both legs out straight. Loop that band around and then just use it to walk your hands closer to your feet. Think about trying to keep a straight back for this stretch here. Legs down flat towards the floor. Exhale and pull a little bit closer in. Letting your back round just ever so slightly is okay here. Feeling that go up the back of your hamstrings, maybe into your glutes a little bit, by your sit bones. Good. Now either sitting cross-legged or going up onto your knees or even up to a standing, whatever is most comfortable for you. We can use this band as well for a bit of a tricep stretch. So holding it in one hand, letting the other dangle below you, grabbing it with your opposite hand and pull down. So you can see how this changed the angle of my arm to come closer to my ear. Pulling down, giving me a stretch in that top tricep. Good, sitting up nice and tall, holding that stretch for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Good, and we'll switch sides, so grabbing over with the other hand. Moving your hand behind, pulling down on that loose part of the band until it lengthens your triceps, bringing it a little bit closer to the ear. Good. We'll hold this for a few more seconds here, and then I just want to show you one more to open up the chest, and then you can add a little bit of a neck stretch as well. So with that band behind you, you can open your arms out wide. And the nice part is you can grab the band wherever it suits you and then just lift and open. So if you're limited in your range of motion, you can go right to the ends of your band. If you're a little bit more flexible through the shoulders, you can hold tighter and then just think about lifting, lengthening, pulling those arms out straight chest high, and hold. Ears or shoulders down away from ears. Good, hold that there. And I'm just gonna add a little gentle additional neck stretch on top of this. Letting my hands drop down closer. So I'm not really lifting so much anymore. My hands have come down closer to the floor. And my left ear is towards my left shoulder. Let's switch sides. Right ear to the right shoulder. And gently push those hands down towards the floor. Thank you for joining me today for our first Build with Bands. Today we kept it more on the simpler side. We'll build on this each week, adding a little bit more variety, different exercises each class, and adding some more difficult options or building some progressions. Until next time, take care.